We're gonna move into prone and then into a kneeling and quadruped position, kind of doing some variations on the same exercise. So the first exercise, you might have someone start off with just shoulder extension where they're pulling back, just to kind of warm up the back. Now we saw this also in our shoulder series. So maybe you start just there. Now you're gonna have the arms stay still, the legs will extend out, and you can add a hip extension and a shoulder extension simultaneously. So you can do opposite arm and leg. The leg can be flexed or it can be extended depending upon what you're really working. But just think about how you can take that exercise that you might be doing on the floor and bring it up a level. If it's still feeling some compensations happening within the pelvic area, you can also still use a pillow on here to kind of add a little bit of assistance and not so much extension through the spine as well. So you can transition and then knuckle down, and then you're going to go into a hands and knees position. Because this requires a lot of stabilization, the first thing I might have someone do is let's just work with one arm, and they might just gently pull back one arm and they feel that stabilization occur. To help, sometimes I tell people if they're working, their right side is down, I'll have them feel like their right side and their right knee and their left hand kind of come in to help stabilize. And then to take it up a notch, I'll have his left hand come down, and then he'll move just the left leg rather out into extension. Now that's the progression. If he just wants to hold that arm out straight, that's one way to do it. And then eventually you might have both arms move simultaneously. And you can have also more of a shortened lever where you can bend the elbow and knee in towards one another. So bring the elbow and knee in, and then you extend out. So you can opposite different movement patterns. From here, I'm going to transition, Jeff. I'm going to have your left foot come on the ground to stabilize on the board. And then I'm going to have you just bring the board down. I'm going to take your handles. You're eventually going to get them back. You're going to go into a low kneeling position. Now I'm going to show this here, but you can also do prone. So you're going to go all the way into low kneeling. And here's what you want to do. You want to think about lifting that upper back up. So you're cueing the lower ribs to stay down. And then you're slowly lifting up and down. Once they have this movement pattern down, and you're thinking upper thoracic extension, I'm going to come in and I'm going to have Jeff grab a hold for the cables. And now what he's going to do, he's going to lift just the upper back, and he's going to do a little bit of a row. So you can take this concept of an exercise. He can stick with the low row. He can stick with shoulder abduction. He can do a wide fly. He can do more just straight arm shoulder extension. You can build upon this movement pattern. So those are just some ways you can take one exercise and tweak it in multiple positions.